I'm still in the middle of grading your group meeting minutes and the in-class project for last week. Some of you already got it, but for those who are in the online session, you probably still haven't seen your grades yet. The reflection paper, if you posted on the course blog, I already give the 5 points back to you. I found a few of the reflection papers are submitted a little than deadline. I haven't touched those papers yet. Later on, I may grade it, but I want to make it clear that according to the syllabus, if it's later than the deadline it will not be graded. However, as I said, I may grade it. Even I grade it, there certainly will be a deduction. So, strongly recommend you to catch up with the deadlines. Again, as I said, today we're going to talk about chapter 12 and 13. Chapter 12 is the fundamental stuff about the colors, and then chapter 13 is the fundamental stuff about print and production. Those things are also very important. The reason that it's important is that many times we design a very beautiful picture or very beautiful project. However, when you print it out, it's a mess. Why? Because the color doesn't print very well. Because when you design the project, you didn't take into consideration of the quality of the paper or the printing process. So your project looks perfect in the computer, but you have to print it out because you're designing something for newspaper advertisement or magazine advertisement. And when it print out, it's totally a mess. You can pick up a University of Press, look at the advertisement over there. Half of them are great. A third of them are okay. A third of the advertisement in University Press, you can't really see the color, the words, the text, because when they designed it, they didn't really think of the printing process. So that said, color and printing basics are very important for designers. And what we're going to talk about the color process. So let's launch the InDesign again. We can create a new document again with face page unchecked. Say OK. And if you look at the panel, you will see that there are two panels can help you deal with the colors. You guys probably already found out color panel and a swatch panel, right? You can, let's say we create a stuff. We're going to create a star again because that's the symbol of Texas. So we're going to create a star, 50% inset. If you want to drag it larger, press Shift and drag it, make it larger. 50% inset. And you can give it a color through the swatch panel, or you can open the color panel. If you open the color panel, and right now somehow it's just one color here, but if you click CMYK, you will see a lot of colors here. And we use this eyedropper, you can select whatever color you want. And that's why many of the beginners really like the color panel, because you have a lot more choices here. You can use the eyedropper to select any color here, right? A lot of choices. However, professional designers rarely use this color panel. The reason is that, for example, if I select a color like this, I think it's beautiful. I want to use it next time. There's one way for you to do it. You can select Add to Swatches. And then when you open the swatch panel, this color will be here. You can use it the next time.
Where's the Add to Swatch button?
It's in the menu.
Oh, never mind.
But you can't tell people how to define this color. Let's say we move to another computer and we want to use this color again. How can you tell people, how can I tell people to make this color exact color? With the color panel, we normally can't do it. Professional designers always have a way to define the color exactly. How do they do that? They normally do that with the swatch panel. And before we talk about how to use a swatch panel to define color, we need to have a little bit more understanding of colors. You remember that in the color panel, when you open the menu, you see three things here: LAB, CMYK, RGB. You see those three things. We briefly mentioned those three, at least two of them previously. Anybody still remember what is CMYK? What is RGB?
They stand for the colors like cyan, magenta, yellow, something else.
That's right. CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. So why we have a two system? RGB system is good for computer. CMYK system is good for paper printing. So that's why we have those two color systems. LAB is for spot colors. So if you are designing something for print, you better start with CMYK color system. While you're designing something to put on the website, you probably want to start with RGB color system. Many times, when you start a project, you accidentally choose CMYK. And when you save it as a PDF interactive. PDF interactive is for internet use, right? So at that time, the PDF will ask you, the InDesign will ask you, your color is CMYK system. Do you want to convert it into RGB system? Many of you confused at that moment. And that's because you started with one color system, and when you export it into PDF, you try to export it into another color system. Okay. So let's look at CMYK, and this is the CMYK. You can define different colors by changing the value of CMYK. If you put C cyan as 0, M as 0, if you put everything as 0, then you got what color? For CMYK, if you get everything as 0, then you got white color here. It's a white color. If you got everything as 100, here you got black. That's right. Okay. So this is CMYK. It's also called a process color. When you print everything, even if you print a design with thousands of colors, you just need 4 colors. You just need the full process. You print as cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and then it can make up thousands of colors. For internet, we use RGB. RGB is different. See, RGB, when everything is 0, it's not white. It's black. Did you see here? When everything is 0, when RGB are all 0, then you have a black. That's different. Do you remember that? For CMYK, when everything is 0, you have white. And now when everything is 0, you have black. And the maximum is not 100. It's 255. So you put everything as 255, you got a white. So that's for RGB. It's kind of interesting, huh? Now you remember you have for internet you have RGB color system. For print you have a CMYK color system. The CMYK has a characteristic. Even though you want to print thousands of colors, you just print full process, right? You print cyan, magenta, yellow, black. You just have full process and it can make thousands of colors. But sometimes, even if you just print one or two color, you still need to go through the full processes. So full process color is good when you have a colorful design. Sometimes you just have one or two colors in your design. Full process is not a very good choice in that case. The other reason that sometimes you do not want to use full process color is that full process color is not long lasting. It's colorful, beautiful, but it will be there for 1 year or maybe 2 years, then the color will blur. So some designers choose to use spot color. Spot color is full process color is that no matter how many color you try to print, you just need to have full process, right? CMYK, full basic colors. But for spot color, that's not the case. Spot color, sometimes if you want to print one color, you have to have one kind of a little dish, the color dish. And if you want to print 10 colors, you need to have a 10 color dish. So spot color is a good choice when you just want to use one or two colors in your project. It's long lasting. Spot color will not go away very easily. So sometimes we choose spot color. Let me give you an example. Many of you know that the university has one color. It's called a big red. It also has a black color, but actually it has 5 official colors. And the red color is not just like a red. Okay, we open InDesign, we open swatch. There's a red here. Do you think this is the university color? Doesn't look like.
Can't really see it with the glare.
Huh?
It's kind of like a maroony red or maroony black.
You think it is or it is not?
Oh, like I can't see with the glare is what I'm saying.
You can,
Can
okay.
we have the
Yeah, we can have the lights off. Yes, please. Well, now actually the university have a clear definition of what color it uses. We can mistake a little bit. So let's find the university color. Lamar University color. Now here is a definition of the color. It has 5 colors. The big red, the white. White is easy, right? CMYK, everything is 0, then you have a white. RGB, everything is 255, then you have a white. But for red, look, this is a spot color. If you use spot color, you have to use Pantone 186. It's that specific color. You can't switch to another color. And for CMYK, it has to be 0, 100, M, 81Y, 4K. So, okay, create this color with your color panel right now. Go to your color panel, or go to your swatch panel anywhere you want. If you go to color panel, go to CMYK. How much is the C? 0C. Okay.
C is 0.
C is 0. And 100M, Y is 81.
81.
And K is 4. This color here will be exactly what we want here. If you want to keep it, go to menu, add it to swatch. And if you go to swatch, you will see here it is.
What's the number M again?
What's M? Oh, M is 100.
100.
Huh?
100?
100, yes, 100.
That's not like me.
Yours looks like a pin?
No, it's
Okay, let me repeat the value again here. CMYK here, okay? 0C, 100M, 81Y, 4K.
not this. Because the color actually spin.
Right, okay. You know the difference. The CMYK color, when you look at it on the computer, it may looks like, it may not looks like what you want. But when you print it out, it will be exactly what you want. Okay? Because the color on the computer is different than it is on the paper. Now let's create a RGB color system. You can go to color, choose RGB, and the RGB definition here is 227R. And then 25G. And 55B. This will be what we're looking for. We can also add it to SWOT. Here, this color will be the RGB color. So we can switch this color into it's RGB right now. Yes. When you look at those two colors, they're too similar to each other, right? But if you find any differences, that's because CMYK will look different on computer than it's on the paper. But however, when you print it out, the CMYK color will be exactly what you want. So if you look at it here, it also has a definition for the yellow, for the green color. And normally, professional designers always define colors in this way. If you look at any big company, they do not say we just use red, we just use green. No, there's thousands of greens. You have to tell people clearly which green you are using. And how do you tell people clearly which green you are using? You use the definition, the CMYK definition or the RGB definition. For the red, let's see if we want to use a spot color, how do we create it? We can go to color again. Maybe we can't do it from over there. Let's do from swatch. If we want to use a spot color, we just go to menu, create a new color swatch. You can see from here, you can create a CMYK or RGB color again. If you choose RGB, if you choose CMYK, you can create the RGB and the CMYK color from the swatch panel also. But as said, we're going to use the Pantone color. We're going to use a spot color. The spot color, by definition, the red is Pantone 186. So let's choose Pantone. You have many color systems here. Pantone CMYK coated, Pantone solid coated. You have all kinds of choices here. There's system colors also.
Which one are we picking?
Let's choose the Pantone solid coated. Let's see this one. And then 186. It will be this color. Okay. So let's say, okay, add it. And this is the spot color. You just have one color here.
It's the spot color?
Yes, the Pantone is a spot color.
So what is lab?
Huh?
What is the lab?
LAB is another color system. Normally, we do not really use it. We normally use CMYK for print, RGB for internet. LAB is also a color system. If you want to explore it, normally we do not use it. That's why many people don't talk about it. You can also use those values to create so you can change the Pantone spot color. Messed it up. I don't quite remember. Okay, so we go back to this spot color again. That is how we create a new color. Okay, so we create this color here again. Do you have any question about the official colors? So later on, when you read any company form saying that we're using an official color, you better find out the definition because that's the only way you can recreate the color exactly in the same way they want. Color, that's color again. The beginners like to use the color panel, but at this moment, I would suggest to you guys always use the swatch color rather than the swatch panel rather than the color panel, because in the swatch panel you can define the color clearly, and you can find out the color that you used before. Another type of color is called gradient. InDesign also have a gradient panel. It's not shown here, so you can go to your window, find a gradient. Here, gradient. You can and right now, when you open the gradient panel will looks like this. And right now, let's create another project. Let's create a circle so that we can use this circle to talk about the gradient. And when you open the gradient panel, you will see that this is the gradient, right? Gradient is a transition between two colors. Right now, if you look at it here, it's a transition between white and black, right? So you have a gradient. It's gradually transit from white to black. That's called a gradient. You can change the beginning color and the ending color to change the gradient. How do we change the beginning color? Select this color stop, and then go to select a color. Make it hold on. Yes. Okay, now I give the ending color yellow, so the gradient becomes like this. And this part, if we give a what color is it? I don't know. But you change the gradient color, right? As you can see from here. You can also play with the gradient color by moving this bar here, so that it can change the degree of a gradient. If you move it close to the orange color, then the gradient color will look like this. Yes.
How did you get the gradient panel to show up in your sidebar?
You go to Window, find the gradient, then I will open. You can also move it this bar to the close to the beginning color, so the gradient color will look like this. One more thing about the gradient color. Sometimes if you say, well, okay, let's look at it here. Let's look at the bigger screen. Now we have the kind of the green color on right side, the orange color on the left side, orange color on the right side. If I want to switch those two colors, how do I do it? You just click here, reverse, and then see it will reverse. You click again, it will reverse back. We have two types of gradient. And currently this type of gradient is called linear gradient. Remember, In one of the project, we created apple. The apple color was actually made by this kind of gradient. The other type of gradient is called circle or radial gradient. So if you choose here, choose radial gradient, and you will see the radial gradient will look like this. It's different from the linear gradient. So let me see if you can make your gradient linear. No, I'm radial. I'm saying radial. Yeah, pretty cheap.
And then when you go back, grade it. And that will determine the color on this side. That's what I'm saying.
Use gradient.
Yeah, I didn't. I like to see it.
On your gradient thing, you guys want to
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
highlight that. And I just, where do you want to?
Chances are.
I was like, I can't remember.
Yeah, I would. That,
You already had this.
You can go, you know, like even now, they have stuff.
Okay, I saw someone already did that, but we're going to continue to talk about it since most of you also need to know that. So right now we only have two colors in the gradient. We have the beginning color, which is green, close to green, and we have the ending color, which is close to orange. Sometimes you say, I want the gradient to be more colorful, so you can add more color to it. How do you add it? Just use your mouse, click here, excuse me, create a color stop here, and then select the color stop, give it a different color. So you add a gradient here. And you can move the position of the color in the middle to get the effects that you really want. And you can add one more color even if you want. So this is the gradient that I created. I really like it. I think it looks like a sun or something like that, right? Sometimes you can use that, create a gradient in color. Once you create the gradient, you say you like it. You want to keep it to the swatch. How do you keep it? You have the object selected, open the swatch panel, say create new gradient swatch, and it will repeat it here. If you see anything is okay, you can just add it. And then you will see that this gradient color will be added to your swatch so that you can use it the next time. Okay, now let's take one more look at the swatch panel. Now the swatch panel getting complicated. You see here, you have this panel, this icon, this icon, this icon, and this icon, this icon. You have 5 icons here. You already know what this icon means, right? What this icon can do for you. It can delete a color or a gradient. This one can help you to create a new swatch or gradient. And this one just to show the gradient. So if you click this one, you will only see the gradient colors. This one will only see the single colors. If you click here, this one, it will show you everything. The single colors as well as the gradient. So be clear about that.
How do you save your gradient?
You just select the object with this gradient and then go to swatch, create a new gradient. One more thing about the spot. As we said, spot color, sometimes you just need 1 or 2 colors. You don't need too many colors. When you create a logo, many of the logos only have 1 or 2 colors. For example, if you go back to the university logo, you can see that this one only has 1 color. And in some cases, it may has 2 colors. I think there's regulation. For this one, it only has 2 colors, right? Sometimes it may have more colors, but when it only has 1 or 2 colors, that's the time that you may want to use spot color. Because if you just use 1 or 2 spot color to create a logo, when you print it out, it will save your clients a lot of money. If you use process color, it still need to go through the full processes. It can waste a lot of money. So that sometimes you may just want to use spot color, use 1 or 2 colors. When you use a spot color, let's say if you just you want to save your clients money, so you design a project that only has 1 color. But with that 1 color, you can still create some variation, create some changes. You can create tint. And what is a tint? For example, right now the color is Pantone 186. That's the big red color. But you can create a tint. So you can select it, go to the menu, create a new tint swatch. And right now it's 100%. You say, well, let's create a 10% of tint. And that way you create a tint like this. See, it's a tint of the Pantone 186 color, but looks like it's a different color. And you can continue to create a tint 20. Let's see, create a 20 cent. Press tab so that you can add it. This is the 20% Pantone 186. And sometimes if you want to create a group of the tint, you can say, let's create a you have to do it one by one. So if you want to create a 50, then you put a 50 here, tab, add it here. This is the 50% Pantone 186. So you can create some tint. You can also use two spot color. Let's say if your clients do not really have a large budget, your clients only want you to use two colors. You can also use two colors to mix those two colors and create a different color, create a third color. So you mix two, you have two colors, you mix these two colors and create a third color. When it goes to print, the printer still charges you money of two colors because you only have two colors. You use those two colors to have the third mixed color. That way you can still save money, but you can create more variations, right? Because you're still paying money for two colors, but you actually have a mixture of many colors. How do we create a mixed color? A mixed color normally is mixed with two spot color. So now we have a Pantone 186. Let's find another Pantone color. Create a new tint swatch. Not new tint, new color swatch. I'm sorry. And go to spot, and let's find a Pantone, different Pantone color. Go to Pantone solid quality again. Let's choose this one. Pantone 357. Added it. So now we have two Pantone color, two spot color. We have a Pantone 357. We have a Pantone 186. Okay, let's see how we can create a group of mixed colors. Go to menu. You have two options. You can create a new mixed ink swatch. That means every time you just create one mixed color. You can also create a mixed ink group. That means you can create hundreds of colors. It depends on how you create it. So let's choose the new mixed ink group first. Okay. We want to choose the fundamental spots colors, which is Pantone 186 and Pantone 357. So you want to choose those two fundamental colors. Let me see if you have that down. Choose those two spot colors, the bottom two. Bottom two. Yes. Oh, this is okay. This is a different one. This one will just allow you to create one color. We want a group. Bottom two spot color. You ready? I don't think you're using the rest. Go back to the menu.
Oh, you got it.
So,
Group.
ink group.
I know, but I had to go back. I had to go back and get that and re-get that.
Oh, well, you're using that step.
That's
Okay.
I was just going back to get
Okay. Add that color. Okay, once you select this, the initial you can leave it as 0, and 0 Pantone plus 0 Pantone 186 plus 0 Pantone 357, it will be white. So you can leave it that as it is. And then We're going to repeat, let's say repeat 5 times. Each time increase 20%.
5 or 50?
5, sorry. 5 here. Each time it increases by 20%. So 5 times it will reach 100%. And then you can preview the colors. Now, with those 2 colors, you just pay the money for 2 colors. Here are all the color you can create. This is really a good method for poor business owners, right? If you do not have a lot of money, you can pay money for just the 2 colors, but you have a lot of choices here, right? You can still create a beautiful project. So if you think that's okay, you say okay, all the color will be added to your swatch, ready for you to use. See, so many colors for you to choose. After all, you still just pay 2 colors, 2 Pantone spot colors. And actually, chapter 12 has a small project, the quilt project. That project is a project actually asking you to use 2 fundamental colors to create a lot of variations. And if you look at this quilt project, it is beautiful, but they only use 2 colors to create this. We're not going to do that today. I still want this thing to use that gradient. So we have 2 objects right now. We have a star, we have a gradient circle. And that's about what we're going to discuss in chapter 12. In chapter 13, we basically discuss graph, a little bit more about a graph. This is a graph, and this is a graph. Those 2 graphs we created with InDesign tools. Sometimes you can create some graph with the Illustrator. Those kind of graph called vector graph. They are not resolution based. What it means is that those graph, you make it very large. It's still the same. You make it very small, nothing changed. That's called a vector graph. It's not a resolution based. However, some other type of graphs, for example, if we just randomly choose this graph here and place it here, this might be a resolution based graph. Because, see, if you make it very large, it blurred, clearly it blurred. So this is what we call a raster graph. It's resolution based. Because the resolution here is too small, so it looks good when it's small, but when you rescale, make it large, it blurred. Not very beautiful. So with this kind of a graph, you may want to be cautious. Resolution normally it has different units. It can be points. They call it can be dots per inch (dpi), or pixels per inch, or lengths per inch. You can use different resolutions. So when you scale the photos, you may want to be cautious about the resolution. Two things that you may want to keep in mind. First, don't make the low resolution graph large like this. It shows that you're not a professional designer. Secondly, my own opinion, I saw many designers still doing that, but I strongly recommend you never distort the graph. Like you have a human head. You drag it this long, this narrow. Many people are doing that. I don't think that's a good idea. Never distort the photos. You can rescale it, but when you rescale the photos, press down Shift. That will allow you to rescale the photo proportionately. So never distort it. Well, you can see many. Very easy to find a design that distorted the human head, make the head very long but very narrow. And ads or any other projects, even though you do it on purpose, I don't think it's, yeah, I don't think it's a very good idea to do it. So that's the photos. You better keep that in mind. Whenever you place a photo in the document, okay, here we have three photos. We have the star, we have the circle. Those two are created in InDesign. So those two are in InDesign. They are always with the InDesign. You email InDesign to someone else, you email it to yourself, it is in InDesign. This thing here, you place it, it's not really InDesign. What you see here is only a link. It's a ghost. And if you email this InDesign document to someone else, they print it out, you know what is going to happen? There's will be blank here. There will be a blank here because the photo itself is not going with InDesign. One more thing, you may think that the graph is blurring here, maybe because the display quality is not good, because the display quality right now is typical. Even if you use high display, okay, yes, you use high display quality, the picture is good right now. That means this picture actually has a high resolution. If for some low resolution, if you make it large, it will blur. For this one, if we make it even larger, let's see what will happen. Yeah, this is actually a very good picture. So no matter how large you make it, it's still good. That means this picture really has a good resolution. But for some other picture, when you make it large, you know that it will blur, right? So you get the idea here. As I said, when you put a graph, a photo like this into InDesign, it's only a link. So if you go to link, you will see here, this is a link to this graph. It will tell you there's one link here, bless you. This is the information, bless you. This is the information about the photo. This is the PPI, pixel per inch. It's quite high, so it's good. The link right now is good. But the picture, you know, we just randomly find it. I don't even pay attention where it is. Maybe it's on the desktop. Let's see. The photo itself. This picture, okay. It's on the desktop. So now if we move it to, let's see, move it to desktop files. We move the position of that graph. Let's go back to InDesign. What happened here? What happened here? It shows a question mark. What does that mean? That means InDesign is telling you, you used this photo before, and now the photo is gone. I don't know where it is. Can you tell me where it is? So if you click this thing, we need to relink to the folder. So we need to open it, find it. We know where it is, right? It's in the desktop files. Which photo did we use? I can't find it here, huh? Is that this one or? I don't see it. I just somehow I threw it here and it's gone. Oh, maybe this one. No, it's not that. Okay, this one. Yeah, so we move it back. Once you move it back, it's okay right now. So that's only a link. Whenever you move the position of that original photo, InDesign will not be able to find it. You need to help InDesign to relink it. And sometimes you may edit this graph. For example, right now this is the graph here. We edit it. Let's say we're going to the preview doesn't really allow us to edit this photo. Okay, we can cut. Let's cut it a little bit. So we edited the photo right now, and yeah, I think the original one is not edited. We just create some new photo. This one is not it's not edited. But anyway, sometimes if you edited the original photo, InDesign will give you a yellow question mark here, one yellow exclamation mark here. That's telling you that the original photo, after you put the original photo into your document, the original photo has been modified. Do you want to modify your photo or not? If you want, you have to go to here, find the update the link again. So the link panel will tell you whether or not you use that photo and is it okay or not. When you send the InDesign document to someone to print it out, you either send it out as a PDF document. If you send it out as a PDF document, that's fine. They can print it out. The picture, the photo will be there. If you just send them an InDesign document, you have to make sure that all the photos you place into the InDesign document go with it. Otherwise, when they print it out, all the photos will be blank. There will be only white blanks over there, over the places where you use the photos.
How does that happen?
Because the photo does not go with InDesign. Sometimes you say, okay, I want the photo to go with InDesign. One way you can do is that you select this link. Go here, say embed link. If you click embed link, then the photo will be part of the InDesign. It will always be there, just like those two graphs. That's the benefit. The problem is, what's the problem? It can make the InDesign document tremendously large because the photos are large. And when you open it, when you edit the project, you have lots of problems. That's why you do not want to do it. But when the graph is small, sometimes you can embed it.
So what's the best way if you don't embed?
The best way is export it into PDF, or when everything is done, you want to send it to someone else, send it to the printer, you go to File, Package, click Package, then it will create a folder. The InDesign document, as well as all the photos will be in that folder. You send that folder to the printer. The package function also has a interesting function. It can tell you all the information about a document. So now you can see that we have one link, and we use how many colors? We use 4 colors, 4 process colors, and 1 spot color. Even though we have another spot color, we didn't use it. So we just use 1 spot color. And it can also tell you how many fonts you use. We didn't use any fonts because we didn't have any text here. Links, this link is fine. Colors, it specifically tell you what's the color situation here. So you can take a look at this and check if everything is right. If everything is right, then you can package, send the package to the printer. One more thing. When you print it, when you print the InDesign document, so you hit print. And you have a lot of choices here. This is the general choices. You can choose whether or not you're going to print on page or print on spread. You can print master page or not. Then you have some choices here, which printer you're going to use. And mark and release. Here, I want to call your attention. All printers mark. Anybody know what does this mean? All printers mark. All printers mark.
It's to select them all, I would imagine.
Yeah, you just selected them all. What does that mean? Okay. We do not have a printer right now, so just keep this in mind. We're going to talk about that very soon. And you can also have some outer, this is the outer choices, graphic choices, other choices. And here is basically information about the project. So we're going to talk about what's the printer's mark by using the export function. The export function is very similar to the printer's function. So when you export it, let's say we're going to export it into desktop. Let's choose desktop. And the markups, you can also choose all printers mark. So let's choose all printers mark. Export it. That must be this one. Did you see the difference of this project with other project that we have before? It has this color bar, this gradient bar, this color bar, and there's a line here. Okay, this is what we call the printer's mark. Normally, if you did not choose the printer's mark, those things will not be there. And this bar is called the trim bar, which means when you print it out, normally you're going to cut this part off. For any document, when you print it out, you cut from here. If when you design the document, you choose bleed, then there will be another bar here called a bleed bar. It will be here. That means you do not need to cut from here. Instead, you cut on the bleed bar. The bleed bar will be closer to the edge than this trim bar. And this is the color bar, the gradient bar. It will tell you how the color register with each other. And if the color register with each other very well, then the project will be beautiful. But sometimes you will see the newspapers, particularly on the newspapers, the colors are off registration. What does that mean? Is that when you look at the figures or the objects printed on the newspaper, looks like there's a shadow with that thing. That's because the color are printed off registration. So those are the printer's marks. It is very helpful for the printers, the printing house, to figure out whether or not they have done a good job in printing or not. Last thing I want to show you is that when you done the designing project, you can go to Window, Output, find Separations Preview, and here it will have a very useful panel. And if you choose Separations, you will see a panel here. This panel contains all the colors that you have in your swatch. And it can also show you that if some color is not printed, how your project will look like. So if you make every color invisible, nothing will be shown. And this color you cannot control it because we haven't used it, right? So if you use the Pantone 186 color shown, then this thing will be here because only this object used this color. And when you print the CMYK, when you print the project with CMYK colors, normally you print the first process will be C, and that will be how the project looks like. So this is the first process. Then the second process, this is how the project will looks like. The third process, and then the last process. No matter how beautiful the project is, normally it will print going through those 4 processes. By looking at this color separation, you can also figure out how many colors you used in that project. Sometimes the designer say, well, Clint, this project saves you a lot of money because I only use 2 colors. However, when you send it to the printing house, they check it, they may find 10 colors over there because you accidentally use 1 color for a small dot, and that will still cost the clients. So before you send your project to the printing house, you better check how many colors that you have used. And okay, this is all we have today. Exported this and put your name on that. That's the in-class project. The chapter project for this week. The chapter project for this week is the Voyage Galapagos project. It's actually a brochure, I believe, 8 pages brochure. You need to go to the chapter 12 student handout because part of the instruction is in the chapter 12 instruction. And also you need to go to download the chapter 13 student handout because that's the rest part of the instruction is in the chapter 13 student handout. So although we have 2 chapters this week, we only have 1 chapter project. That's the Voyage Galapagos. I think that's some sort of a Spanish words or something like that, or maybe French. I don't quite remember. Quite know that. But again, the deadline is by the end of Friday. And feel free to email me when you have any question on that. Okay, that's all for today, and thank you.